When we're jibing on the foil, the type of entry we go for may well depend on how much wind we're sailing in. In lighter winds and with bigger rigs, it's so important to keep the mast forward and upright and to slice it to the outside of the turn, and this will stop us getting the rig back winded, which is highly likely to happen because we're foiling. The faster we're going and the windier the conditions, we can start to sheet the sail in a little bit more just to help us depower and dip the mast slightly to the inside. Once we're past this point though, we still need to drive the mast forward, upright, and then to the outside of the turn to get all the way around.
Okay, so for the jibe, first I'm in the backhand down. Here I'm going to pull down from my front hand slightly and unhook. Then my back foot comes out to bear away and I'm going to set my height, which is low. As I start the jibe, my back foot moves all the way across the board and I drive the mast forward, looking out through the turn, opening the rig as I go. I sink my weight back to keep it foiling and change straight into the new strap. Once I flip the rig, get the power back on, and I can either hook in first or get the back foot in. Back foot then goes out and round and back into the back strap.
As we go round the jibe, we'll need to decide whether we're getting too much lift or too little lift. And often this is most felt on the exit. If you're coming to the exit and you're underpowered, we need to stall the board to maintain lift in the foil. This may look like keeping your back foot further back and generating more lift through the foil, delaying the rig flip slightly so you can increase the power in the sail, or once you have flipped the rig, keeping the weight back to keep the lift on.
I'm going to unhook and sink my hips low. From here, I get my back foot out, set my height and bear away. Then move my back foot all the way across and drive the mast forward and ahead of me, looking through the turn. Can change my feet and flip the rig. Once I'm comfy, I can then hook myself back in and then move my back foot out and round and into the back foot strap.
If you want to fully foil out of a jibe, there's a couple of key things to understand about the feet to make it happen. So first is when the back foot comes out, it comes into the middle of the board and that helps you set your height. You want to come in fairly low. But the next is the most important. My back foot then works all the way across before I go into the jibe and right back by the back foot strap. It goes all the way back because it helps me keep the lift on. And also by having the feet a little bit wider, in the middle of the jibe, it's easy to shift your weight forward if you want less lift, or shift your weight back if you want more lift. But the reason it's so important for it to go all the way across is for what happens next. As you change your feet, your new front foot needs to go straight into the foot strap. If I've got my foot all the way across the board, this should mean that as I change the feet, I just have to send it forward and it'll find the foot strap for me. And that should mean that I keep foiling out the jibe. If I don't move that back foot all the way across my jibe, when I change the feet, I might stop banking, but more importantly, I'm more likely to try and fish around or miss that foot strap, and that's when I'm going to drop off the foil rather than come fully foiling out. So the footwork in the jibe then, that first movement is into the middle of the board to set your height. The next is back right by the foot strap, but all the way across onto the rail of the board. Then when you change your feet, make sure that you go straight into that new front foot strap to stay on the foil and keep flying out the jibe.
At the end of the jibe, if you're overpowered or overlifted, then the weight needs to go forward to keep the nose down and reduce the lift from the foil. This may look like your hand going underhand or staying really far forward on the boom to help pull down on the exit. The back foot as well may stay a little bit further forward, your head and your body again staying forward to help drive the nose down until you're back under control and you can sheet the power back in. The more overpowered you are on the exit, or the more power you have, the earlier the rig flip takes place. And this way, this takes the pressure out the rig and allows you to be going quicker, faster.